Hello, everyone. This is CypherDeck, and today we are in Scrap Mechanics. I'm here with AC Gamer,
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode.
and this is my world. But I went ahead and gave the files over to AC so that we could show off the world without it being too laggy. Because for me, I have too many objects in the game now that it just completely lags me out.
But
But
you've done something really cool here, though. I mean, even though that you were getting all that lag, you actually put up with it so that you could create something fantastic.
yeah, I've created a few things. I have a forklift. I have a bulldozer, as well as my elevator. That still working on the design, but it works.
Let's go ahead and get in
Um,
real quick, and you can show that off a little bit.
yep.
We also got Silo on wheels here with us. He's not in the call, but he's in the game. So right there, you're locking the wheels in place, right?
Yeah. It's one and two for the wheels. It's gonna be laggy for me. Actually, everything looks like it's gone through the world.
Oh, it's going smooth on this end. It's looking beautiful.
Okay. And so yeah, it will take you up pretty far. It'll actually take us about a minute and a half or more to get to the top. So, oh, are you getting any?
No, it looks fine. I mean, we're going up pretty
It
fast,
looks like
actually.
it's flipping over on my screen. But it'll take about a minute to 2 minutes to get to the top, just because of the speed that I had to use for these. Um, but once you get to wherever you want to go and you want to come back down, all you have to do is hit one and two.
Oh wow, yeah, holy crap, yeah, it's not going down as nicely as it did last time. In fact, now it's stuck.
Yeah,
There
is
we
it?
go. Oh, there we go. Woo, yeah. This is a dangerous trip up. Holy crap, we just broke all of our necks and backs.
Yep.
So give us a little bit of rundown. See, later on, guys, we're gonna be showing each and every one of these creations that he's done, and then later on we're gonna go back and recreate each and every one on another map, so that you can see step by step how he built this. So if you want to build an elevator unit just like this, or just find out what the basics are behind it, so you can kind of take that idea and build upon it for your own creation, you can do that. The same thing for the bulldozer out there and his forklift over there in the distance, but for now, if you want to give just a basic rundown of some of the ingredients that you use, some of the techniques that you figured out, maybe some of the stuff you might do differently.
Well, for this, what you have to do is you need to make sure everything is symmetrical. I am going to actually, on mine, I'm going to make it a new world because I can't have these and those two big trucks with what they do in the same world. But you have to make sure that everything is symmetrical. Probably put four different pillars as well. And the reason I was doing that is so that I could transport vehicles up to the skybox. I actually have these wheels set to where they start out, I believe, 15 degrees backwards, so that whenever you're falling, they're not in the way as much because they will not roll whenever they're attached to these motors. So it ends up allowing it to move. I have a button for each of them in case you do get stuck. And what that will do is allow you to apply pressure to one and then drop it down using the motors instead of trying to drop down and free fall.
Right.
And you have to have one motor for every four wheels. So you have to have four motors for this specific setup right here.
Okay, so I was just showing them what you have your computer set as, so if they want to go ahead and recreate that, they can actually look through that. And I know I went through it a little fast, guys, but if you need to, you can always go ahead and pause it or rewind the video. Again, we will be going through in detail building another one of these and improving upon the
Yeah.
idea, because you want to do four pillars. Now, in case you're wondering, like I was, how did you build those pillars going straight up into the sky? The
Um,
answer is
yeah.
pretty extraordinary. I can't believe you did it that way, but if you want to go ahead and show them that, just a little
Um,
preview of what's to come.
So pretty much you get whatever block you want to use as your center pillar, and place one down. What I usually do is just right where I'm standing. If I can get myself to jump,
There you go.
okay. Then you just jump on top of the pillar. Feel it, yeah. Oh,
Ah, yeah.
and it's not letting me. But then once you get on top of it, then you just jump and place another one on top of it, and just keep doing that all the way to the skybox.
See,
And you'll
that's
see that I'm not done yet because the right side on my screen is taller than the left side.
right. I'm
So
guessing that's because you fell off.
no, it's because I wanted to get the actual elevator set up, and then you can go use the elevator to go to the very top of each pillar, and then from there you can go ahead and step onto the pillars and build up, and then jump back onto that platform and then come back down.
Right. Yeah, I think that would be a little bit easier if you had two people, one person
Oh
controlling
yeah,
the speed, going up very slowly while the other person goes from side to side or the corners and puts down the little pillars for you, then goes up a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more that way.
yeah.
But what's he building over here? Is that going to be like
Oh
a?
no.
It's interesting. We'll have to see what that becomes here in a minute. But if you want
Yep.
to show us your little forklift over here real quick, we
All
can
right.
check that out. I think this is a pretty cool idea. You said it does have one little drawback, though, right?
It does need more ballast in the back to be able to lift anything that's heavier than, say, wood. And I also had to put a little bit. All this metal is here so that it keeps the wheels to the ground.
Right.
If you want to use it, the side door over here is, or you can get in the chair either way.
Oh, you can
The
actually
side,
open up the side door. Holy crap,
yep.
guys! Look at that. That is cool. Okay, let's go ahead and get inside.
Okay. Now go ahead and press two.
Oh,
That closes
nice.
the door.
Uh,
Press three.
Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, yes, sunroof, guys. We'll lock ourselves in place.
Yep.
Oh,
You don't want to
yeah.
get out of it whenever that's up, though, because you'll be stuck in the middle. And then press one.
Oh my God, that is cool. I like that. Is there
And
a
that,
way to raise the stuff up even higher, or is that just as high as it goes right there?
well, no, you can make these. You'd have to continue to make these things back and forth until you go higher. And actually, it's rear wheel drive as a real um, as a real one be would be. So
Right. Yeah, I think it's more of a construction bot silo. I mean, again, he's not in the call, but we'll definitely let him know in a minute. And we're gonna build this as well, so we can show you exactly what is on the
yeah,
inside and things of that sort. The fact that you can just make this go up as high as you want is pretty nice. You can go in there and change it. Of course, if you added more buttons, I think you'd be able to add the ability to say button one go up halfway, button two go up another
yeah.
level, and so on and
And
so forth.
that's definitely what you need to do. Is you one thing I found is that from right here, I can't just stop it halfway and put it on, say, a shelf. So you would definitely have to wire up multiple boxes to be able to do that.
Right, but I think it's definitely plausible to do it. Let's see. We're
Yep.
gonna. I like the roof. The roof is cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Get out of the chair, and then we'll get out of here. So let's take a look at some of the boxes that he has, some of the computer terminals, and just see what he has rigged up on those, so that you guys will have a decent idea. And in case you've already have the basics down and you don't need a step-by-step tutorial, you can kind of figure things out as you go. No bearings connected to that one, huh? You have some stuff there that you
But
might.
uh, yeah, it's something else I was working on. By the way, if you come on this side, this is the one that lifts the forks, but right next to it, you can actually see the motor for it. So you can actually variate the speed depending on what it is that you're doing.
Oh, okay. Wow, you got a lot of little changes in this one. That's gonna be kind of difficult to recreate, I bet. But I like it. I like the
Uh,
fact that you can put this stuff on there. Do you have something we could put on so we can show the audience at home like what the weight looks like when you put something heavy on it?
Yeah, we can make a pallet real quick.
Okay, let me
Let me
get back into
get
my little cubby
some.
hole for you.
Let me get wood here.
And we'll
Let's
see
see.
what this looks like in a second. Just so you guys can see the weight. Because like you were saying, it needs a little bit more weight on the back. But if you make it too heavy on the back to start with, do you find that it kind of tips over without any weight on the front?
Um, it yeah, it will. It can't handle. Like I put a size this big. I put a slab of metal on top of it, and it couldn't handle it.
They couldn't handle it because it just it doesn't move. Oh, that's too far down.
Oh no, don't worry about it yet. I'm just building the pallet.
Oh, okay. Let me line up to it then so we can...
Yeah, I'm lagging really bad. I don't know what he's doing over there, but it's making lots of the.
He's at it like 40
Oh
buttons over
yes,
there and stuff.
no wonder.
Yeah, one of the things,
Um,
guys, if the programmers are at home watching, and they are seeing this video by whatever, odds of the chance of that happening, one thing I would really like to stress, and I'm going to stress it every single video because I really, really, really want it in the game, undo button, guys. Undo button, fantastic idea. They put it in other games out there. Yeah, I wouldn't consider that being, stealing somebody else's idea because when you're building something, especially like that giant pillar out there, you hit one wrong button right at the base, that whole thing is going to come crashing down, and you have to
there you go.
rebuild the whole thing all over again. So an undo button is amazing. We've had accidents like that with our roller coaster as well. Let's see if we can line
Yep.
this up. No, come on. Back it up, back it up, back it up.
Just use the wheels. Remember,
Oh,
it's
no,
real
no, no.
drive.
Dang it. Okay, I got to come at a different angle. Okay. It's not as easy to control, and I got to turn my phone off. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, amateur. Come on, let's get in there. Oh, come on, I missed it again.
Did you?
There we go. Might be able to do it this time. I don't know. Little bit more.
1 second. 1 second. Oh, trying to
Oh, jeez.
lag into it. Oh,
Oh
here we
man,
go.
it's the wheels are in like reverse from what I'm used to using. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. I
Well,
got it
the
set up.
wheels will actually take you right and left if you turn them. It's just that, yeah, that's how a pallet jacket or a pallet rider usually works.
Oh right, there we go. Right there, it's finally on. Let me
Okay,
uh,
now press 1.
let me turn my phone down so that doesn't happen again. There we go. Now I'm pressing 1. Oh yeah, check it
Yep.
out. It's doing it. What if you add more weight on there so we can see it actually
Mm-mm.
tip over?
Oh, okay, I
Just so
can
we
do
can
that.
show like what the actual weight limit on this sucker is.
Oh, it's only one slab of metal, I think. I
What?
mean, if you look at how much ballast I have on the back of the vehicle, I spent a lot of time just putting ballast on it.
So
And
what do you think would fix that? You think maybe making it longer as a vehicle so that you have a bigger vehicle on the back?
making it longer and wider,
Yeah.
maybe.
Look at it, it lifted it up just fine.
Okay. And maybe because the pallet's a little bit smaller, but
Oh, did you
we'll
do a
go
bigger
one more
pallet
time.
last time?
Oh yeah, I did. I actually had the forks where they would go all the way through, twist so that it would lock them in. Um, okay, come on, lag. Work with me here.
It doesn't have to be a perfect one. I mean, kind of showing people that. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Wow, look at how heavy that thing looks, guys. Oh no, oh
There you
no,
go.
yep, it's tipping
But you
over.
should have enough. Yeah, and it's gonna slide right off the forks.
There we go. Okay, so that is the limit at which it can go up. In fact, let's try
Yeah.
that again, and this time I'll push forward like I'm driving and see if maybe that keeps it in there. No! Oh crap! It rolled. It rolled,
Yep.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Press 3 first,
3.
or
Okay.
yeah. See if it will lift up a little bit at least.
There we go. Holy crap! It's
No.
doing a push-up. Oh man, that is interesting. Let me open my door, and I am one of the
Yep.
luckiest construction workers right now. And now I'm about to kill myself by getting out of the chair. Oh no. Okay, I'm setting it back up to 0. Oh, okay,
There you
nice,
go.
nice. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Let me.
Too laggy to remove the the jack because it's pushing me away. But
Oh, I can't get out.
um,
It won't let me open the door because it's on
give me a
on a
second.
lift.
I'm getting there.
I'm stuck, guys. They saved me and they locked me in my vehicle. Okay,
Oh, there we go.
let me open that. Let me open the door. One, no, 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 one's back. Okay, let me get out. That is really cool, man. I like that. In this game, you can pretty much move anything you want around by yourself. So having something like this isn't necessarily that important when it comes to construction. But if you want the overall theme, the overall feel of like a construction site, this thing would be amazing to have because you could have another player in the background moving that around while people were building stuff and give like the whole illusion that stuff is going on. Plus, you only have one of those. What do they call these things? The lifts. You only have one to move around. So this would allow you to have multiple ones already set up. You could have somebody moving this around to raise stuff up, or actually so that there could be a vehicle on a lift and you need to get up higher
Yep.
so you could work on it. Somebody could be moving this around so it goes up higher and higher and higher so that you can get up there and have a little bit of room to work with. I like that idea. I definitely do. So I'm looking forward to building that one in detail.
So this one has a little bit different door. If you push that button there, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I like that. Okay, so why does it have? Oh, I see what you're. It has one of those in there so it can actually rotate. Let's close that back up so we can get in there. Now, what is the purpose of this one? Do you have an idea of why you're building this one?
Yeah, it's a bulldozer. It's gonna have a big thing on the front, so you can push away all those scraps that you've left on the ground or that you dropped on the ground from deleting a vehicle.
That's
It just
nice,
allows you to
actually,
put them into a pile, and then you can delete them there.
because
They need to
those.
put like an incinerator in the game that we can just, whoosh, it's all gone.
Well, I mean, if they see this and they see that you built a bulldozer, maybe that's an idea that other people have had as well. It would be nice that they could add one item in the game. Maybe the bulldozing piece, maybe, little drills or something like that. And when items come into contact with that, it destroys them. So that could be kind of a cool little thing. That way you could build a vehicle that would go off and do that for you. Because they do create a bunch of lag when you have, blocks laying all over the place. Especially if you build something like that pillar up there and it falls. Because I've done something even longer than that for our roller coaster. And I made one little tiny mistake. It snapped off. And immediately upon snapping off, it came crashing down. And the lag, guys, the lag went from absolutely no lag to just horrendous, I can't even move lag. So, yeah,
Yeah,
they add quite a bit to it.
this one, oh,
You're not
is
in
it
the chair.
driving?
Yeah, you're not in the chair. You're standing on it, though.
Why is it driving?
I don't know. You must have clicked something. Oh, did you jump off?
I'm on and off of it. It's not very fast, so you should be able to pick it up.
There we go. Okay, I caught it. Okay, where you? Oh, there you are.
Okay. It must have been my lag, me moving forward or something.
Maybe. I think it had you in there and then it jumped out. Let me
But
jump
go
in
ahead and
there.
drive it. It's actually three wheels in the back turn the opposite way, and then one wheel in the front or two wheels in the front turn like normal. So you have a better turning radius. Plus, it's kind of fun to drive. Has a lot of suspension on it.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of that bounciness that you normally get on a vehicle when you first build it, when you're learning how. You can see
Yep.
it has a lot of weight on the back to kind of counteract any of the stuff you
Yeah.
may pick up on the front.
Yep. That's mostly because of the weight of the front itself. I actually had a bucket on it, and I decided to go ahead and take that off and put a. I'm gonna put a straight blade with the ability to scrape things off the ground instead of have a full big big version.
Right, like those little ramps that you can put on pieces to make it a flat edge. You can kind of like right up it.
Yeah.
I do like that. It looks very, very cool. Let me put this gun on so you guys can see some of the stuff that he did for the wheels. You can see very, very complex when you first take a look at it. But once you've done this a few times, some of this stuff you're like, okay, I got that. I could do that pretty easy. It really comes down to you have to get the hang of things. You have to learn how things work, and once you get that feel for things, then the game kind of opens up to you, and your imagination can go wild, really, guys. Because this is absolutely fantastic right here. I like these things.
And if you're gonna make a construction style vehicle like this one and the forklift, use electric engines because they have a lot of torque, and they're going to be able to move the weight that you're going to put on those vehicles.
They're also quieter, and I kind of like
Oh
that
yeah.
a lot more. To be honest, the quietness, the roller coasters. I kind of want to use the gas ones because they're faster. But what I've found out with the faster ones is they're not as stable. They will go flying off. Oh, I don't want to push that. Let's put that back in there. I want to see what your setup is in here so people can kind of duplicate that a little bit. 180, 90. And you guys may have to alter it just slightly if you build something bigger than what we have here. So, when you do bigger objects, you kind of have to take that into account, that your weight is going to be distributed a little bit differently as well. The angles are a little differently on some of the objects. Maybe not so much on this type of vehicle, but on other stuff like the angle of the arms. If you're going to make those longer, you may end up having to make them
Oop.
just shorter arms and then add a third arm into that to give that actual ability to move the way this one does. You just kind of have to, you know, adapt your design to what you want to do with it.
By the way, this is what it looks like on the lift.
Ah, there
So
we go.
those arms are actually straight out whenever you start, and I've set them to go to 45 degrees opposite of each other. That way, yeah. Thanks.
Sorry.
But yeah, and then this is actually how I'll build the scoop on the front of it, is having it in this position, and then that way I know what I need to do the with these two little bearings or whatever you want to call them.
Right up here on the front.
Yeah, the reason it's so slow to move from one position to another is because there's like six or four to six different movements that makes on the front, so that it'll go down to resting. Whenever it lifts up, it actually scoops upward, and then lifts up, and then scoops downward to drop the material.
Right. I don't. Yeah, this looks very cool, man. I think you got a pretty good design. The only thing you could possibly do more with this would be to add, bigger wheels if you want to go over some kind of weird terrain to be able to pick up the
Yeah.
items. Because sometimes you do. Like right now, we're out in the desert because that's the terrain that you've chosen. But you could always pick, the lush landscape, and that one is just wrought with hills and valleys and pits and just a lot of uneven terrain. So you might go with the bigger wheels if you want to. But if you do that, I think you're going to have to make it where these things come down even
Oh,
further.
I'm saving the big wheels for the massive dumpsters that they use in construction. Try
Okay.
this little vehicle real quick. It's kind of funny. I think. Let me go ahead and get in it.
I'm just going to take a look at the outside real quick so people get an idea of what it looks like.
Press one.
Oh, press one. Okay, let me see. Press one. Holy crap. What on earth is going on here?
Now press one again. That actually shows how suspension can be used to turn you really fast. If you use two, I think it is, it'll actually put the wheels out.
Okay, so that's kind of like one of the vehicles Silo had made the other day when we did our racing. But this one thing. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so it doesn't do it when you have the two. You just have to close it. Oh, okay, there we go.
Yep. It's because the
I don't know why, but it reminds me of the enemies in Battleship.
yeah.
Oh, my guy's gonna puke. I just know it. He's gonna puke, guys. All right, let's see if we can get out of this thing. Wow. Okay, let's put that up on a forklift real quick if we can. Put it right there. We'll raise it up a little bit, and maybe you can talk us through just a little bit until we do the in-depth build of this. How that works. How that is actually moving it around from the
Well, I
suspension.
can I can actually show you real quick. Let me get. If you can put lift by itself,
Yeah, right there.
okay, and then go ahead and put like a 6x6.
You go 3x3.
That'll work actually. Actually, put more because you want to be able to put a seat on it.
There you go.
Okay, put your seat down.
Right there.
Okay, and then on the front where the seat is, go out probably 5 blocks, and then cover the same width.
Okay.
Now put just a block down by itself, one on each side of the center.
Are you talking about on the corners like that?
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me get some tools on my bar here real quick.
You need an engine in there somewhere.
Nope, you don't need an engine. Not for what I'm going to show you.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. We
All
want to
right,
raise
so
it up
we
a little.
Nope, bearing there. Okay, put a block on each one of those. Okay, and then we want to put. Oh, I'm moving all over the place. Put a suspension on each one of those.
Let's see how this works. Because I'm curious to
Okay.
see how the suspension
Now-
will affect.
Put a block on each one of those suspension.
All right.
Then put a block on the outside of those 2 blocks. So one on each side of it.
Over here on the end of it.
Nope, nope, right next to the block that you had just placed.
Like that.
Yep, and then do it on the other side.
All right.
Okay, go ahead and connect the the two servo things, whatever they're called.
Oh, the bearings?
bearings. Yeah, connect both the bearings to the steering wheel.
Okay, and then deconnect the.
Yep,
All right. Let's see
and
how
then
this
get
works.
in it and turn left and right.
Okay, I see that they're
Oh.
turning left and right. It's not doing anything
Okay. Because 1 second.
though. I feel like a kid when you're
So,
building
like-
one of your go karts. You're like, yeah, I'm going, woo woo. What are you adding in there now?
The bearings have to be on the actual. Oh, so much lag, sir. So much lag.
Okay, so they have to be in there on the.
They have to be attached directly to the bearing.
Okay, and then you put a block on top of that. And since they can't move, that creates some kind of lift. What you're talking about, right?
It creates the ability for you to turn. There we go, and there we go. Yep, now turn.
Okay, because it's actually interacting with the blocks on the outside to give you that
Right.
push.
And if you use bigger suspension, it'll turn faster. And if you completely block them in, yeah, it ends up working really nicely.
How would you completely block them in? By covering up the
Well, you
area
need
right here?
an extra block on.
Like that?
No, well, that too.
Wow,
All
yeah,
right.
check it out. Look at that, guys. I can do a 360-degree view of just with the... I don't know, is it supposed to work that way?
It's not supposed to.
Okay, so this is just a cheat that's in game right now, but I wouldn't suggest keeping it as a way to move stuff around because they could change that at any time, right? And then your stuff would stop working.
Yep.
This is just weird. Look at it, guys. With just suspension alone.
You can make planes just by using that setup right there.
And no engine, so it's very lightweight.
Well, you would have to have thrusters.
Well, I mean, to get up into the sky. So he's created over there on his end some kind of mechanism that, like, chomps up the ground.
I think it's a battle bot.
Oh, is it a battle bot?
Yeah.
See, that's why they need items that you can put on the front of your bot right there, so that you can actually create destruction. You know,
Yeah,
that way you can create battle bots that actually destroy stuff and would get in
I
there.
don't think they'll ever go voxel on this as far as that goes.
You think so? I mean, all you would need is just one item, one little block that when it touches another, it knocks it loose.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's what they had planned.
Right? They want more construction and less destruction.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably. But you know, I mean, it definitely is an aspect that some people want. So it might be something down the road that they do. Maybe not. We'll have to see. If it's something that you want, definitely go hit them up. They are watching. They are reading comments. They maybe not be watching my videos, but they're watching other people's videos, and they are definitely reading the forums to find out what people want and what they don't want. So you might be able
yep,
to do a little bit more than just say, "Oh, that would be a cool idea." You might actually be able to get it into the game if you go up there and let them know about it. But guys, I think that's it, right? This is
yep.
all we
That's
got
it
on
for
this
this
map.
one. Yep. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned. We have other vehicles definitely showing you soon. And thank you guys again. Definitely check out AC Gamers channel, which I'm guessing you are watching this on. And I will talk to you guys later. Want to say anything, Mr. AC?
No, just thanks again for watching, guys. We'll catch you
Thank you
next
again.
time.
Peace out.